So how's it going, YouTube? I wanted to give you guys a little review over two dropper posts that I've owned, and I've owned quite a few. I've owned KS's, I've owned reverbs, I've owned transfers, I've owned bike yokes, I've owned, I can't even remember the name of it, but another post as well. And here are the two bikes that we currently have in our household. That's mine. It's an orange Ripmo AF size large with a bike yoke 185 dropper that we're going to review, and a size small Ripmo AF with a Fox 125 transfer that we're going to compare against the other. So take a look at this video. It's not perfect. It's kind of hacky, but you know what? It is what it is. I review the both. Hey, if you like it, subscribe. If you don't. But hey, hopefully you enjoy the content. Bye. So here's a quick review over two dropper posts. On one Ibis Ripmo AF, we have a 125 millimeter Fox transfer post, which I ran on my transition smuggler, and it worked flawlessly for a year and a half. That's coupled with a wolf tooth dropper lever, whatever you want to call it, and it's worked perfectly. I've not had one issue with this thing since the day that I got it from Worldwide Cyclery. On the other end of the spectrum, I have a wolf tooth dropper lever coupled with a bike yoke Revive 185 millimeter dropper. Now, when I first got this dropper, it was brand new bike day. It was in Sedona at the Mountain Bike Festival. And with a new bike comes new problems, according to RC at Outdoor Gold. This is a Revive dropper. It does have the Revive lever, and quite honestly, it works pretty good once you get it dialed. It's 185 millimeters. It fits my size large Ibis Ripmo perfectly. On the other end, this is my fiance's bike. This is a size small Ibis Ripmo with a 125 millimeter Fox transfer post that is non-Kashima coated off of my old transition smuggler. Now, this post for the last year on that smuggler worked flawlessly, up, down, all day long without a question. Now, it is a little slower on the return than that Revive. Now, I've never ever had a problem with this post, not once. Not once with a cable length, with it pulling too much cable, not enough cable, with an adjustment on the lever or anything. Now, I do have to be quite honest with you, on the Revive, until I had it figured out, it was very, very sensitive to the amount of cable sticking out on the bottom of my bike. Now, what that did is it gave the post like a mushy feel. And quite honestly, I didn't know what that was or how to fix it. And after looking into it and being educated on the bike yoke Revive, they have this little lever here, which is like an auto bleed to get rid of the air bubbles for that soft on top kind of feel. And once you figure that out and you install that lever, this is a really, 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 really rad dropper post. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the difference between the return rates on both of these, and hopefully you can see the difference. So here is the Fox transfer post. I'm going to go ahead and push the button and release it. I'm one hand operating this, so bear with me here. Wolf tooth lever pushed, seat down. There you go. That's 125 on a small, and my fiance is 5'1", so that is the longest post that I can possibly imagine running on a Ibis Ripmo small for a 5'1" girl to get proper leg extension. Let's go over to my size large Ibis Ripmo. Again, bike yoke Revive dropper, 185 millimeters. I got this bike from Pro Bike Supply. They did a great job on this bike. It's beautiful. So again, bear with me on the dropper post reduction here, whatever. This is the wolf tooth lever. I'm going to go ahead and push it, lower the post. Sorry for the camera. And there you go. That is a 185 dropper post on a size large Ibis Ripmo. And keep in mind that I'm about 5'10", 5'10 and a half on that large. So I'm going to go ahead now and show you the return rate on the transfer. This is going to go from 0 to hero here, fully open to fully closed. That's it. All right. Now this post works seamlessly all day, every day. It has never had a problem. Here is the bike yoke revive. Now I want you to take a look at this. This may be a nut slapper, but I'm not quite sure. I've never had a problem, but I do like the positive engagement. Bam, it's quick. It gets you up to the top really fast. Both posts work seamlessly when it comes to speed height adjustment. If you push the lever a little bit, you get a little bit of rise. If you don't, you don't. So here's my take on this. For the longest time, I was a solid member of the non-reverb, non-KS, get a Fox transfer and forget about it posts. Well, since I've had this Ritmo and I've figured out the little quirks with the bike yoke revive, you know what? This post is rad. I'm going to go ahead and stick with bike post or bike yoke revive posts from now for as long as I can be in the foreseeable future. So the next question here for all of you people who have watched this video to the very end, again, this is a custom Ritmo, but those are the brakes. Those are Deore, 4-piston, whatevers, and there's a lever. I'm really considering going with the Hope V4 4-piston brakes in orange, and I'm just not quite sure how this bike would look. So to recap where we're at here, between two posts, it's really a personal preference. The Fox and long-term durability over the past year and a half, I have not had one single issue with it while it's been coupled with the wolf tooth lever, right? Not one. I have not had one issue. Bike yoke in Sedona, for you guys that were there, it drove me nuts in Sedona because I couldn't figure out why it had a soft spot on top. Once I figured out that you push that little revive lever, you lower it down, you let off your dropper lever, and it goes back to the top, and it is freshly bled, and there's no play. It's perfect. Again, coupled with a wolf tooth lever. So take it for what it's worth. Look at each post individually. Wanted to show you these bikes. They're beautiful. But you know what? Either post you can't lose. So take it from that. Have fun. Don't get hurt. Go to work on Monday, and we'll see you later.